Matthew, where are you? Where did you go?
This is where the story really starts.
So I'm here today to describe something like really cool so far. I'm going to review a little bit about the movie Weapons. So a little thing about me so far is that I love like horror movies. Yeah, horror movies are like one of the topics I actually really enjoy watching. Like I watch Talk to Me, to It Part 1 and Part 2 in the movie theater so far. Part 1 is scarier, by the way. And also like many other films too. I've seen Barbarian so far in my TV. I quite enjoyed that movie. I thought that was a really good movie of this director. So another movie about his catalog of ever-growing movie collection of horror is the movie called Weapons. So let's kind of jump in. You know what I mean? The whole premise about it is like 17 children at one night at 2:17 a.m. in the morning, like get up in their beds, walked out of the house, and disappear in the middle of the night, never to be seen ever again. And that's the whole premise of this story so far, about like these kids, like where they are, who take them, like what's going on. Like these are weird. They just kind of just run in the dark and never come back so far. And I like the premise a lot. I think it's like really interesting for the fact that mostly talk about like children in that sense. And with children, it's like a very heavy topic to actually really talk about, to be honest, because like when you see a child death and stuff and such like that, it becomes like a really difficult thing to process in that sense. And a lot of viewers cannot really handle like a child be in danger and such. It's a very heavy topic to like really like talk about, and a really heavy like idea to actually go through with it, which I applaud the director to actually go through with it in the first place, because it takes some like big balls of steel to actually go after this idea of the film. So it was quite interesting like watching that. Like if you watch the movie, and I swear, go watch the movie right now, is such an amazing experience. I enjoy it myself. I found it hilarious. It was kind of scary, but not really. But like it's mostly for me. I love horror movies, so it doesn't really affect me unless it's like a really horrifying movie. But basically, in the trailer, there's like silent moments where basically how the kids are like run into the forest and everything, and like basically the narrator is like speaking and saying like they never came back after that.
This is a true story that happened right here in my town. A lot of people die in a lot of really weird ways in this story, but you're not gonna find it in the news.
And it's like no music, it's just ambience of sound and stuff, and that's pretty much it really. And I found that extremely more effective than like what the movie tried to do. In the movie, in the beginning of the film, they added a soundtrack towards the whole process of like they just run out in the forest and disappear, and I was taken aback by it, because like I found it like kind of annoying. Because like I found the trailer much more effective towards that aspect of the movie than the movie itself actually portraying the aspect. So basically, how the story goes, a bunch of different other characters basically reveal like parts of the main story. In that sense, you watch one side of characters, and then you just like feel so indulged, so like into this character and everything, and then it kind of just stop, and then it just changed to a new character, and it basically kind of just. Like for me, I enjoy that, but like at the same time, I could tell like some of the characters just doesn't feel like necessary for the main story. Like mostly talking about the police officer, and also like Marky's character. Like, I kind of feel like, there's some aspect towards that. It's just kind of like, what is, like, it's interesting, but at the same time, I'm just like, I kind of just want a little bit more, like, seeing, like, this more character than the other character. But yeah, like, most characters, like, show, like, a lot more things going on with the story. It's like the teacher character to the parent character to, like, the junkie character. Like, every aspect of, like, each character just reveal more towards the story until, like, the last character reveal, like, the entirety of the plot, and the mystery kind of just dissolve afterwards. It's a really interesting way to, like, play a story like that, to be honest. Like, especially, like, having the last character, Alex, the last kid, like, left to be in the block, and explain why he is the last kid. Like, the story is that, like, it's a witch story. So basically all, like, these kids are being taken by witchcraft and stuff, which is, like, I kind of thought it was interesting, but at the same time, like, the foreshadowing, like, towards, like, the car being painted, being, like, witch and stuff, kind of give it away in a sense. Like, I kind of wanted a little bit more mystery towards it and horror, but unfortunately, like, there's not a lot of horror in the film. There's more of thriller and jokes. It's like, one of the funniest part about the movie was, like, this junkie character, like, became possessed and everything, and you kind of think, like, oh yeah, he's not going to become, like, such a big threat and everything because he's a junkie. His body's not like like, oh, form of, like, physical, like, labor and stuff like that. Now this guy kind of just, like, continues to, like, barrage the Josh Brolin character, and and every time, like, he's kind of, like, hitting him down, but he's just keep coming back. It's quite funny. And yeah, it's just at the end, Alex is the one who managed to break the curse, and basically everybody managed to come back to somewhat of a normalcy. And the witch, well, the witch kind of got tear apart. So that's the story about weapons. And the conclusion of the story is, don't trust a witch, or or beware of, like, witchcraft and stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my YouTube video. This is new for me so far, and it's like I use my editing skills for this, so hope you guys enjoy what I deliver. But it's up to you guys. So ciao.